Welcome to the Help in Daily Living podcast, the podcast where we help you navigate your days with grace. It's all about giving you practical tips to equip you for success in this life and the life to come. The episodes are biblically based with real life experiences. We challenge you to join us on this journey as we uncover the keys to unlock a successful, Christ-centered life.
Welcome back to another episode of the Help in Daily Living podcast. In one of the opening chapters of the Bible, in Genesis 2:18, God speaking says, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." Now, foundational to relationships is that interdependent factor and also God's original intent for the couple to pursue purpose. The Hebrew translation of the words helpmeet signifies, as it suggests, help, but from a place of strength, where an individual has power to rescue others. So apart from the butterflies and external beauty, the one you choose must possess this very necessary and powerful attribute. An almost unsung biblical story is that of Abigail. Abigail was the wife of a wealthy but mean-spirited man named Nabal, who one day was approached by young men who David, before he was king of Israel, had sent to request food from Nabal, as they were in the fields guarding Nabal's shepherds as they tended to their flock. Nabal's response to the young men was less than favorable, but altogether he denied David's request. This, of course, displeased David, as he had religiously guarded Nabal's possessions through the very young men and others within his camp. A bit insulted, David gathered 400 men, all with swords, to go to slaughter everyone and destroy everything that belonged to Nabal, including Nabal himself. As David and his men prepared to journey to Nabal's place, one of his young men spoke to Nabal's wife Abigail, telling her of all that had transpired and David's plan based on Nabal's disrespect. Hastily, Abigail took lots of food and wine and sent her servants ahead to meet David, to appease his wrath. Upon meeting David, she pleaded her case, asking David to leave her husband Nabal to the hands of God, admonishing him to not avenge himself, but to allow the Lord to take vengeance, unless when he became king, his enemies will have evil to say of him. David thanked her for the advice and heeded, and he and his men did not pursue Nabal or cause harm to his household. The following morning, Abigail told Nabal all that had transpired, and his heart died within him. The Bible says, and he died 10 days later. Upon learning this, David sent for Abigail and made her his wife. David saw the wisdom and Abigail's value through her actions, and he wanted her to be a pivotal part of his team, even as close as his own body, bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh. The principles of this story, though many years ago, still hold true today. So as you contemplate a prospect for a wife, a spouse, or as you are being measured to be a spouse yourself, consider Abigail and David's response and pray to God that he fits you to be a suitable helpmeet, one with power to rescue and add value to your spouse.
This has been the Help in Daily Living podcast. Join us next time as we share another nugget to help you navigate your days with grace.